welcome back to Worldwide Wrestling. Eric Bischoff along with Bobby the Brain Heenan, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, along with Bunkhouse Buck. They said they didn't want to wait till Super Brawl, that they wanted to do it right here in the main event on Worldwide. Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel said, hey, we'll find out. Somebody's going to be 1 out of 2, 2 out of 2.
This Bunkhouse is one nasty, mean character. I mean, he'll do anything. I like him.
Hey, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he proved when he faced Vader not that long ago that physically he can wrestle with anybody. He is tough, he is aggressive, and he can rise to the occasion. Of course, the advantage that Bunkhouse Buck has here is he's got Ming. He's got Colonel Parker. He's got Arn Anderson.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having an advantage.
He's got the Blacktop Bully. He's got an army of people that can help him out if he needs it.
Nothing wrong with an advantage. What about a quarterback? He's got those linemen to help him.
What about a 2x4? You're always complaining about that. 1 2x4 against 5 other guys? How's that?
No, the 2x4 is a weapon, as far as I'm concerned.
And Ming isn't?
Well, Ming is a lethal weapon. That's the difference. But Ming is owned by Parker. That's okay.
Well, this is going to be interesting. As I said, this is a prelude to Super Brawl. And Super Brawl is where all of the focus is going to be, and certainly where promoters from around the world are going to judge the difference between Bunkhouse Buck. And listen to the crowd chanting USA, USA. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan. On the other hand, you know, one of these two guys are going to go into this contest of Super Brawl with a decided advantage. By the way, the world talking about Vader and Hogan. This, without a doubt, the biggest, most sought-after match by promoters all over the world in possibly the history of our sport. Vader and Hulk Hogan. Tickets are available at the Baltimore Arena box office, Ticketmaster, or Hex. I urge you, if you don't have your tickets yet, and you live anywhere within 500 miles, get them early, because this one is going down in history. For those of you that don't live in the Baltimore area, you will be available to see history made exclusively on pay-per-view.
And we're going to be hearing from Vader in a little while. But I'll tell you something. Even the people I've managed, I always wanted to end Hulkamania. Everyone's wanted to end Hulkamania. I believe that Vader is the man that can do it. If anybody can stop Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania, it's that man. He's just a monster.
For the first time since you and I have been working together as a broadcast team, unfortunately, I have to agree with you.
There's something wrong then.
I mean, Vader is a guy, I mean, he'll be the first one to tell you he owns more titles on more continents than anybody in history.
11 world titles, 5 continents.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's been banned from 4 of them.
But, I mean, he's 452 pounds. And Hogan's had a rough schedule defending that title. And you know, as soon as you win that title, your next step is to lose it. And Vader, with 7 times world champion Harley Race in his corner, the man is a monster, and he's on a mission. He wants to win that title, and he wants to end Hulkamania. And he can do it, believe me.
Well, listen, I've been at ringside when I literally have watched Vader break the back, and I'll never forget it, of Joe Thurman. Never will I forget that sight. Never will I forget the sight of Vader powerbombing Cactus Jack on the concrete floor, splitting his head wide open, and they had to carry him out in an ambulance. Never will I forget Vader taking on 2 and 3 opponents at the same time and having 2 of them going out in the same ambulance. I'm sorry, Vader is one of the most dangerous, one of the most physically battering opponents I have ever seen, or wrestlers I have ever seen in the ring. And like I said, if anybody can stop Hulkamania, if anybody can put an end to the Hulkster's career, it would be Vader.
I mean, just look at it simple, Bischoff. I mean, the man can just about walk and talk and do exactly what he wants to do. Sure, he's fined a lot by WCW. Sure, he's had suspension for a month here, a month there. But he doesn't care. He's out to make a name for himself. The more people he hurts, the more people he puts on the shelf, the better it is for Vader. So he breaks Hulk Hogan's back. So he wins the championship. So he's suspended for 6 months. He's still going to be a powerful force. I mean, who can stop this man?
Well, right now, the referee trying to stop Bunkhouse Buck from using Hacksaw's 2x4. And let's face it, you know, Hacksaw doesn't use that 2x4 inside of the ring. He comes to the ring with it. It's a trademark, if you will.
It's his pet.
It's his pet, yeah.
He uses it.
You don't have to
kid
feed
yourself. He'll use it, and it doesn't make a whole lot of mess.
Yeah, you don't have to litter box train it. Heck of a pet, kind of like the pet rock a couple years ago.
And Duggan's a lot smarter than that board. Well, maybe 2 points on the IQ, but that's about it.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan on a receiving end of an Irish whip. Walks right into the boot. Right into the boot.
Now here's the man, Bunkhouse. He's not going to show you a lot of fireman carries and whizzers and go behind and switches, but he'll sure loosen your teeth a lot.
Come on with the set chin.
And now Bunkhouse Buck with a chin lock on Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
But see, Duggan is so powerful, you couldn't keep him flat. He got up to his knees, and that maneuver won't work on a guy on his knees. He's got to keep him flat.
Hacksaw a lot stronger, as you pointed out, than Bunkhouse Buck. But again, Bunkhouse Buck doesn't have to be strong. He's got those boots on with those 1.5 inch heels. He's got Ming. He's got Parker. And right now, he's got a big problem on his hands because he's got Hacksaw Jim Duggan firing about 8 or 10 right hands into the side of the head. Referee Jimmy Jett pushed out of the way by Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Duggan wanted him to take Bunkhouse Buck into the corner, and he doesn't. And notice how he took Bunkhouse away from the corner where Ming and Parker were. Continues to hammer on Bunkhouse Buck. And I think old Bunkhouse Buck has really got the attention of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Plants him. Goes for that 3-point stance now.
And here comes Duggan. He's ready to go, and in Arn Anderson comes in from out of nowhere. Arn Anderson.
Come on, waffle him, waffle him.
He thug. He's a thief. He's a thug.
He's one tough customer.
And he deserves to be banned from WCW is what he deserves.
Why? Because he's a competitive human being?
We saw him steal the World Television title. We continue to see this kind of activity out of Arn Anderson. We saw what he did to Dustin Rhodes a while back.
Yeah, but that's one of the roads. It don't matter.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, Hacksaw won the match.
But he lost the battle.
On paper, at least. You know what? I don't think Parker cares.
No.
I don't think he came in here really hoping to win the match.
He's sending a message to everyone. Be careful.
Well, we're going to be back in just a few moments. Don't leave us now, whatever you do.